Lose fat in the morning and join the 9 a.m. Teams meeting feeling like a winner. At least this is what I did when I lost 42 kilos. If you say that you are busy, you have no time to do a diet, exercise, I understand, but you have to know if I could do this, you can do it as well. Because I lost all this weight by either having 2 master's degrees simultaneously at university, or I had first a 9 to 5 and then an 8 to 5 job. What I did is I designed my mornings around fat loss. I designed my mornings so they would help me in the goal of actually losing fat. This is what I'm going to teach you in this video, what I did, how did I do it. So the whole fat loss journey just became like clockwork. When I would get home from work, I had no energy, I had no motivation, let alone go to the gym or do some exercise or do the diet. All I wanted to do is just lay down and die basically, or crack open a beer or scroll on social media or watch some series just to numb myself out because I was so tired. I couldn't get to the gym, so I was like, this is not gonna work. Sometimes I would like get around and like really motivate myself, and I was like, yeah, I have to do it, but it felt like really pushed, really pressured. Didn't feel natural, and I was like, this is not sustainable for me to just basically torture myself 3 times a week after every work day. After the work time for me was for my family, was for my friends, it was for me to relax. I did not want to sacrifice that time to do all this stuff for my health. So I was like, I did not understand how people actually could get fit, how could actually people integrate this whole thing in their lives of doing exercise, doing diet and being healthy and being fit. I was like, probably they have 32 hours in a day or 34 and not 24 like I do. I didn't know where the time was going. The big shift for me was, and we are not even talking about exercise or diet in the morning or anything like that, was when I was basically complaining to my friend that I couldn't wake up in the morning. I was hitting snooze 20 times. When I set the alarm for 6 o'clock, I would get out of bed at 6:30, 6:40. It was impossible for me to get up on time. And I was telling this to my friend, and he was like, maybe I have a solution for you. What he told me is he started doing this thing that he would take his phone, set the alarm, and place the phone on the other side of the bed. So he would put it on charging, everything, set the alarm at 6 a.m., the bed would be here, and the phone is over there. I'm like, why is this actually good? And he was like, because this way, you have to physically get up to kill the alarm. I'm like, I have to try this out. So the next morning, I set my alarm for 6 a.m., I place my phone on the other side of the bed, I go to sleep, and the alarm goes off in the morning. I heard it, and then I had to get out of bed. It was really hard, let me tell you that, but I would walk up to the cupboard where my phone was, kill the alarm. And when I realized by just these few steps, just by me getting out of the warm bed, just by me taking a few steps, I was already awake. Obviously, I was not in the most productive state, but I was already awake. I didn't have any need to go back to bed. My blood pressure was elevated. I was in this go mode. And suddenly, morning started to happen. I could drink my morning coffee in peace. I could sometimes even read or watch a YouTube video. Maybe you can watch my YouTube videos in the morning if you wake up earlier. Anything like that. And I was like, this is so cool. I now don't have to get ready in a rush. I can actually have a proper breakfast. Because before that, my breakfast usually consisted of some like really artificial pastry I bought at Lidl, which was on the corner, or I would like buy some energy drink because I didn't even have time to make a coffee for myself in the morning. That was not really healthy. And now I could like actually make myself some eggs, some toast in the morning, sit down, actually enjoy my breakfast, not getting ready in a rush. And I was like, this is so cool. I was experimenting with this. Then I got into the idea of maybe I can use this time productively. Maybe I can use this time to actually get to the gym or get to any sort of exercising. This time I was doing an exchange in Dublin, and before that I was really into swimming, so I was like, now is the time. I'm in Dublin and I found this swimming pool really close to the place I lived, so I was like, why not go for a morning swim before I go to class for 9 a.m. So this is what I did. I woke up at 6, again placing the phone on the other side of the room, wake up at 6, get dressed, pack my bag, go to the swimming pool. I would have a swimming session from like 6:30 to 7:30, get changed, take a shower, and then a 1-hour commute to university. Way before I did this, I would feel like shit at the first class. I had no energy. I had no motivation to do the thing. It was 9 a.m., but I just rolled out of bed maybe 1.5 hours ago. I was craving my second coffee. I had no motivation, no energy. Now, when I actually had a swim in the morning, I had more energy. I felt amazing, and I was wide awake. And I had just this like boost in me. I was like, this is such an amazing feeling. My whole body was in this like go mode the whole day. What I did not realize back then is that I was using my cortisol levels. I made another video about it. I don't really want to go into detail. But basically, by the morning exercise, I helped my cortisol level. Cortisol is like the motivation and boost hormone in your body. By the morning exercise, I naturally increased my morning cortisol level. So my cortisol level, so my motivation level, was elevated naturally throughout the whole day. This is why I was feeling so alert during the whole day. I graduated from university. I started working a 9-to-5 job. But I really wanted to stick to my habit of doing some exercise in the morning because I was feeling so good. I sometimes did like 6 times a week swimming before class when I went to university. So I was like, I have to do this. I have to continue doing this. So I transitioned from going swimming, so only doing cardio, to going to the gym, so building muscle. So I found a gym really close to my workplace. And it was really beneficial for me because I would have to get to work at 9 a.m. I knew that I kind of have like an hour for my workout session and like 15 minutes to change. So I would get up at 6, commute to the gym, do my workout from 7:30 to 8:30, take a shower and get to work because basically my gym was like 5 minutes away. So 1 metro station away from my workplace. Why is this actually good? Because I didn't have to do the guesswork on my day of or waiting for motivation to strive to go to the gym or do some form of exercise. It was like clockwork. And I did this over and over and over again. Every single morning. And this made fat loss so easy. So easy. I already burnt like 400-500 calories just by the time I got to work. It was so easy. It was so easy because I built this exercise routine that would help me to lose fat. I could see myself in the mirror getting thinner by the day. It was such an amazing feeling. I didn't have to really change anything other than to wake up early and start loving exercise because I realized the positive effects it had on my day because I had a direct comparison with the time when I was not doing exercise in the morning. So I'm really advising you to start doing some form of exercise in the morning. If you have to get to work or to school or to anything at 9, find a place which is close either to your home if you are working from home or to your workplace if you are working more from your office or your school or anything. And wake up by putting your phone on the other side of the room, actually. Walk up there, kill the alarm. Have something to eat, that's really important. So don't really, if you are going to the gym especially, don't do fasted workouts. That's my opinion or that's my advice for you. You can have either a protein shake or you can have a banana before work and then you can start doing your exercise with something in your belly. You will have more energy, you have more motivation. You can have a coffee as well if it brings you boost, if it brings you motivation. Do an exercise and then go to work. You can pack obviously your changing clothes. So if you take a shower at your gym or at your swimming pool or anything, or if you go back home, you can take a shower there as well. That works. Pack your bags the night before. This will really help you to actually get going in the morning. So you packed your bag. You just kind of have to wake up in the morning, eat something, have some small breakfast, drink a coffee, get your bag and get to the exercise. You will wake up naturally during your exercise. If you do a 5K run, if you do swim for 1,000 meters, or if you do an hour-long gym session, that will wake you up. Then you take a shower and you get to work. And now you have your whole day, the rest of the day for you. The rest of the day. After work, you don't have this stress of, oh, I should do something about my body. No, you can actually enjoy the labors of your work. You can sit back, you can relax, you can watch a series on Netflix without feeling guilt. I really hope this video helped you to motivate you to design your mornings this way. I made a PDF on how I lost 42 kilos. It's completely free. Go and check it in the description and check out my other videos about fat loss, because I really want to help you to have the life that I'm having right now. So it was amazing to see you, and see you in the next episode. Ciao.